All right, I just wanted to talk a little bit about why we started making bone broth. And this is not something that I at all grew up doing. Um, and in fact, my family still thinks it's kind of strange. Um, I didn't necessarily grow up vegetarian. We did eat chicken, but we mostly ate Vegemeat, the super processed stuff. I actually was home for Christmas and I looked at a label. I'll put it in the stories too, like how crazy the ingredient list is in some of the food meat. Like there's like dye in it. I mean, the ingredient list is like this long. I mean, it is insane how awful it is for you. And that's just what I grew up on. And so in our family's health journey, for lots of different things, for not just losing weight, but just like health in general, we are trying to make swaps that we can do affordably as we can, right? We're all on different journeys health wise. I started really far to one side, and the thing Matt's been struggling with is soda, but we're cutting that down. And so bone broth has been such a great thing for us to start making, because it's actually really easy. Whenever we have a chicken, either when we've bought like a Costco rotisserie chicken, or we've actually started buying just a whole chicken from the store and cooking that. Whenever we're done with the chicken, I just throw the carcass in the freezer until I'm ready to make it, and that's it. And then whatever veggie food scraps I happen to have left over from different meals, I throw that in a freezer bag, like things that I know might be good in that. So not like every single veggie, like I'm not gonna put in broccoli or asparagus. Some people might, I don't know, I feel like the flavor would change it a little bit, so it's more like onion and carrot, and a lemon goes in there too, and chives, and things that are that kind of soupy flavor, and garlic, and I put in apple cider vinegar. And so when it's all done and we strain it all out, now we have like a ton of broth that I then freeze and just use it when we need it. And I use it for soups. I use it for now cooking our rice in the broth. I cook a lot of our spaghetti in the broth, and just trying to use it up and like eat it or drink it in a way just to get more nutrient dense foods for absolutely nothing. Like that cost me $0 to make that chicken broth. $0. Isn't that crazy? And I now have this super nutrient dense thing at my fingertips. So our family is trying to do more of that. We are spending a little bit more on groceries in this journey, but trying to stretch it further in different ways for our health. So that's just kind of where we've started. Matt actually grew up eating organic food a lot. He was homeschooled. I was not, and I was very anti-homeschool. So our journeys growing up were very, very different. And so he obviously already really enjoyed this type of food, but grew bad snack habits. And so that's, a factor that we're working on. And my diet was absolutely terrible, completely processed. And so, through our marriage together, just trying to take baby steps, especially when we went on a single income, it was like, okay, instead of going out to eat, we're gonna buy food that is almost exactly the same in a little bag in the freezer section or whatever. And that's where we kind of started. And And then we started changing into like, how do we make this fresher? And how do we make this a little bit healthier? And without changing our budget that much. So that's a little bit about where our journey from where we came from and to where we are now. And each thing that I'm trying to learn, I'm learning honestly, like now. I'm trying to share with you guys too, because I know you guys are always looking for ways to eat frugally, but also healthily. Like, I don't want to just go to the store and get BS food just because it's free with a coupon or cheap or whatever. Like, I want it to be quality food. And so honestly, we shop at Aldi, so we don't do coupons, but even if we didn't shop at Aldi, I wouldn't be super big into coupons anyways, just because the coupons, I mean, it was for like produce or something that I knew we were going to use, rather than just using a coupon just to use it, just to get the next free thing and eat it just to eat it. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to be more intentional with what we're eating, but our whole family is eating. Be more intentional with what comes into our house to eat, because we developed some bad habits that I'm now trying to break our kids out of, which is always hard. So sorry for the rant. That was a almost 7-minute rant. So sorry. For those of you who are still here, thanks.